Megan. How are you?
Hi, I'm great. How are you?
Good. How was your Easter long weekend?
It's been great. We just went over to my mother-in-law's last night and had a nice big family dinner. I'm still not used to the amount of food being prepared, cooked, and eaten at Southern Southern events.
I was gonna say, is it different than our Canadian Easters? I'm sure that they have like so much more food there.
There's a few like items that are kind of the same, but yeah, it's a lot of food, a lot of really good food, and just yeah, it's not exactly like healthy food. It's not really health food that we're eating here, but delicious food. And like Mitchell's family has a lot of really great cooks, so yeah, it was great.
You're making your Grand Ole Opry debut. Congratulations. That's so exciting.
Yeah, it's pretty surreal. I was just saying like it was funny. I do like a boxing class in the morning, and when I was driving home this morning back from my class, I just had my phone just shuffling music, and Hasn't Hit Me Yet came on by Blue Rodeo, and it weirdly enough, I feel like it kind of hit me
Wow.
in that moment. Like this is like this time tomorrow morning, you are going to be waking up to like get ready and like go play the Opry for the first time. So.
Holy
Yeah,
smokes.
it's one of those things, like it's like when you're a kid and like, Christmas is coming up and there's so much build up towards it and then it's over and you're kind of sad. And so as excited as I've been for it to happen, I've been trying to also enjoy like the time and the journey leading up to this big moment because I know it's going to go by so fast and then that'll be it.
Yeah. I heard your parents and your family are in town for it. Or they must be so excited and nervous for you.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. My sister got in on Saturday, and my dad and my stepmom and my aunt and uncle and cousin are coming in today. So, and then I've got all of Mitchell's whole big family. And, a lot of my girlfriends are actually, by some miracle, in town because a lot of my girlfriends are also touring musicians and artists. So, I've got my girls coming. So I'm really
Wow.
excited.
That's exciting. And I love the video that you posted to your Instagram of the FaceTime call with Terry Clark. I feel like you're not a crier, so to see you like cry was huge. It just
Um,
shows your emotions.
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, I cry, but not publicly. I'm not trying to let anybody see me crying.
Yeah.
That is definitely true, but yeah, I mean, it was just such an emotional moment. Terry calling me made it extra special because she's become such a great friend and kind of mentor to me, and she's always been such a big inspiration to me. So yeah, it was just a really, really special moment, and I'm glad I got to share it with her and with my team and everything. We had, I called my family, and Randy, my manager, had Mitchell on FaceTime the whole time. So
Aw.
I mean, I don't think you could ask for a better situation than that. So.
Pretty unreal. So you've been on the road lately with Flatland Calvary. How has that been?
Oh my gosh, absolutely incredible. I mean, first of all, I'm just such a huge fan of them as musicians and artists. I mean, they put on an incredible show. Their fans are crazy and I was interested to see, how they might receive me because, being a new artist, like I'm still kind of making, I'm trying to make a name for myself here in the US, and so for a lot of people, they still haven't heard of me yet. So I was curious to see how their fan base would receive me. They're Texas guys, and Texas can be kind of like its own little world, and
Hmm.
Texas fans kind of just like Texas music and whatever, but they were amazing. They were so welcoming. The crowds were awesome. We had like truly so much fun. I mean, I called Mitchell, like I was almost like happy crying because I was just like, this is it. This is all I've been like praying for and working for. It's happening right now. So I'm really grateful to get to work with such great people.
One of my favorite Instagram posts is your new tattoo that you showed off. It fits in the
Yep.
overhead.
It does. True story. It fits in the overhead. Yeah, it's been an ongoing thing. If you've been following me on Instagram, then you've definitely seen me make multiple posts with about my frustrations with airlines and instruments and stuff like that. And we were flying out to Seattle because we had a show in Abbotsford on my birthday. And so we had the day to kind of hang out in Seattle, and we'd all decided as a band, since it was my birthday, we wanted to go and get some tattoos. And my guitar player just kind of jokingly, we were like saying like, man, we should just get that My Guitar Fits in the Overhead tattooed on our bodies. And Lenny looks at me and goes, I'll do it if you do it. I was like, I'll do it. So,
Wow, that's
yeah,
awesome.
it's funny.
Birthday tattoo, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So we're obviously here to talk about your new single that is out, Greatest Show on Dirt. I love this song. I think it's such a clever storyline. Did you write it? How did that song come to be?
Yeah, I wrote that song with a few of my really good friends, which makes it even more special. So I was on a writer's retreat actually at Matt McGinn's lake house, and with Tranny Anderson and Jake Mitchell, and we were sitting around. It was the first night, and Tranny just like casually drops this title, and we're all like, that's so good. Like, there's no way that hasn't been written. So we're like looking it up. We couldn't find anything. So we're like, all right, how do we not like screw this up? How do we do this? And I've said my first instinct goes to like, okay, rodeo. You think about rodeo, and I was like, well, I'm not Cody Johnson. I'm not like a cowgirl. I didn't do rodeo. I owned a horse once that I drank beer on while I rode trails, but like that's and I said, well, what if it was just kind of about like this nostalgic throwback to this relationship that, what I liked about it too is we were careful to not make it about that it didn't work out or why it didn't work out. It was more about just being able to look back in that moment that was just so good. It was so good. It was almost like cinematic. And yeah, and it's got a kind of dreamy sort of feel to it, and a little bit of a strawberry wine kind of nostalgic part to it. So yeah, I love that song.
Yeah, I really think it's amazing. So I can't wait to see where it goes. So any plans to come back to Alberta anytime soon?
Yes, I think we will definitely, from what I've seen so far, it looks like we should be out that way a few times this summer. So
we're doing the Shania Twain before the concert on the radio. So we're having a bunch of female country artists kind of speak on Shania. If you have a story or if she influenced you, if you want to say anything. If not, it's totally cool if you don't.
I don't like know her. I met her like very briefly at the CCMAs a few years ago. So I don't have like a personal story per se, but I do feel like I actually just watched her documentary that came out not too long ago. And I mean, I already had so much respect for her, she's obviously incredible, but I just gained so much more respect for her. And it's like I never realized how much of her was behind like her whole brand, her looks, like everything that she did, all of these like bold choices that she made that people probably told her not to do, and and people didn't see her vision, but she just had this confidence in herself, and she had this vision, and she pushed for it, and she did it, and she made it happen. And that to me, that's the MFP energy that I'm trying to harness, is that kind of energy of just knowing what you have and who you are. And when you think something is great, you don't need other people's validation to chase it. And that's kind of what I took from her career. And then just watching that documentary, it was really inspiring.
That's so well said. That is so true. Awesome. Well, hey, thank you so much, Meghan. I don't want to steal any more of your time because I feel like you are probably got a lot going on, but I wish you so much luck tomorrow at the Grand Ole Opry and can't wait to see you soon.
Thank you so much. It was great to talk with you.